A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH286, Patricia and David. And it is the 22nd of November, Wednesday here. And it's been a dry day all day. Actually, it's been a beautiful day, really. No wind, despite what the forecasters said. What do they know? Our present company accepted. But we've got 23 degrees at the moment. Very pleasant. No wind. 1020. And it's quite cloudy now, not very thick, but it's about 95% cloud cover. So a very, very pleasant evening here. We've only got a couple of boats calling in. Actually, it's an interesting group of boats that are coming to New Zealand at the moment from both Tonga and Fiji. There are a lot of foreign boats, hardly any New Zealand boats at all. Catamarans from France, of course, and just a wide variety. But we have got Tamariki on the way. We have Sperari in Kiritimati. I better start calling it by its proper name. It is called Kiritimati. It's called Christmas Island, presumably because some Western person saw it on Christmas Day. It is in the Northern Line Islands. It is, believe it or not, I've studied up today, the largest coral atoll in the world. So quite a very interesting place to go to. Currency is the Australian dollar. They drive on the left. It is really a very naturalist dream place, really. Bird watching, there's 18 different species. Bonefish angling, I'm not sure that you want to eat these bonefish. They are full of bones, but evidently they're good fun to if you're an angler. So, kind of an interesting place to be. So we'll talk to Sperari shortly, see if Sergio managed to get all the fuel they wanted today. But first of all, the boat heading south is Tamariki, Gulf Harbour.
Gulf Harbour Radio, this is Tamariki.
Yep, I've got good copy on you, Peter, just as well because the AIS for you is pretty old at the moment, so go ahead with your position, over.
Good evening, Patricia Davis. Thanks for being here. Our position tonight is 25 degrees, 16 south, 156 degrees, 41 west. Speed over the ground, 4.5. Force over the ground, 320 true. The barometer is 1016. West is 5 knots to the northeast. But no clouds. Sea is flat. 12 northeast, 1 meter, about 15 seconds, really, really long. And we just turned our motor on because we've just run out of wind altogether. Over.
Okay, but it sounds very, very pleasant nevertheless. 2516 south, 17641 west, 4.5 knots on a course of 320 true. Wind is a very miserable 5 knots from the northeast, but at least it's not in the opposite direction, which you'll be expecting soon. 1016, no cloud cover, and a very long period, 15-second, 1 meter northeast swell. Just stand by, I'll see what David has to offer.
Well, that trough that's dogging you is more or less in the same position as it was yesterday. So it looks like you are going to sail right into it by tomorrow, just moving you a couple of degrees toward New Zealand. So, it's a pretty good chance that you might get wet. Wind still looks like northeast, but until you get on the other side of the trough, that's what you'll have. The other side of the trough, the winds are going to be south to southeast, which I don't think that excites you very much. So everything revolves around that trough, what it does, and how fast you go to get through it. Over.
Thank you very much for that. We won't look forward to the rain also, I believe, but just a correction, the port of the ground is 220, not 320.
I don't know where my brain was when I said 320, Peter, but that would be a bit unfortunate if you were doing 320, that's for sure. I have corrected it to 220, and yeah, thought it might have been a bit more to get a bit more westing in, but you've certainly got that area of the ocean to yourselves.
I think Friday is going to go southerly.
Friday, David reckons it will go southerly, so oh well, make the most of tomorrow. Okay, we'll talk to you again tomorrow. I presume all is well on board with those lovely flat seas at the moment. Over.
Yes, all is well on board, and Mitch is going to cook us another lovely dinner. Over.
Oh, well, that's something to look forward to. So I guess if you're going through flat seas, it would be a good time to catch a fish at this time of night, wouldn't it? All right, we'll clear with Tamariki. I forgot to tell you a bit of news. Not that there is much, but those folk out there who have been in Kaneohe Bay, Oahu, I know we have. If you've ever done the Pacific Cup from San Francisco to Hawaii, you will know where Kaneohe Bay is. Well, a Navy plane overshot the runway yesterday, and it went into the water with to the amusement of the locals. It's a Marine Corps base, actually, and this plane was quite a big one. It's what they call a P-8A, which is a sort of the size of an Airbus A320. No one injured or anything. They just got all the rubber duckies and got everybody off, and I'm not sure what they're doing with the plane, but at this stage it's just sitting there in the surf. All right, that was the only news of note, because we still don't have a government, because they're still trying to work out who's going to be the Deputy Prime Minister. Ye God. Anyway, let's go to see if we've got any news from Sperari, Gulf Harbour. Oh, nothing heard from Sperari. There has been a lot of unfortunate activity from the sun today, and I probably wasn't expecting to get a good copy on Sergio tonight, because the sun activity has really played havoc with propagation today. But we got a very amusing letter. The discussion yesterday prompted Rubicon to reflect on their visit to Kiritimati, Christmas Island, and it sounded rather interesting. I'm hoping that I can get the permission of Elizabeth to pass it on to Sergio. It will certainly be of interest to see how things might have changed between now and when they visited. You didn't say when you visited Matt and Elizabeth, but it did sound, especially the story about the bar, sounded like something out of Star Wars. Anyway, is there anybody else wanting to call into Gulf Harbour Radio? It would be good to get a bit of a report on what's happening a little bit further on, so Tamariki know what to expect. Did you want to say anything about the situation? No, unless anyone's asking. Is there anybody out there wanting to call in? No, and it may be just propagation tonight. It's pretty dismal, I think. All right, no Sperari, so nobody else. I will just check streaming. Nobody calling in on streaming. So we will love and leave you. It's looking like we will probably finish up Gulf Harbour Radio when Tamariki get to shore, and that will be probably before the end of the month. So that will be the end of Gulf Harbour Radio. Oh, there we go. Max and Ali, hi from Y2K, still in Naui, and Friday we leave. Oh, well, there we are. We've got a bit of excitement to look forward to.
Not the end of the radio, it's the end of the season.
End of the season. I'm sorry, end of the season. God, he is picky. Well, he's still got COVID, so I suppose he's allowed to be a bit picky. All right. Cheers, everybody. That streaming thing didn't look as if it was streaming very well. Anyway,
Yeah,
good night all.
I'd say that's the end of Gulf Harbor Radio.
Oh,
That's kind of
well,
a
for the
finality
season
thing.
that was taken as